David Corsaro, a talented magician known for performing card tricks in an unpredictable way, and his magic journey led him to Fool Us show where he fooled Penn and Teller. Let's have a quick review of the magic. David Corsaro, on stage with Penn, Teller, and Allison, brought out a whiteboard which he wrote words and phrases often used by Penn whenever he is describing a successful fooler. The words were good, creative, confident, comfortable, smart, strong, powerful, cool, clever, unique, exciting, and quotation marks signifying Teller's words, since he always keeps mute on the show. The magician asked the trio to choose a word respectively on the whiteboard that they would like to use to describing a fooler. Penn chose powerful, Teller picked clever, and Allison selected creative. The magician took note of their chosen words and wiped the whiteboard. The magician then brought out a deck of cards and counted the cards out based on the number of the characters of words chosen by the trio. Penn's word was powerful, so the magician counted out 8 cards from the deck. Teller's word was clever, and the magician counted out 6 cards from the deck. For Allison, it was creative. The magician then counted out 8 cards from the deck. After that, the magician revealed the faces of the cards, and it was not a regular card, but names of magicians that had fooled Penn and Teller on the show, such as Helen Koglar, John Jay, and others. The magician picked up the remaining pile of cards on the table and told Penn, Teller, and Allison that after using the attributes of their chosen words, and also counting the number of cards they had selected, he ended up on the next fooler card, which was the first card on the remaining deck. He took the card and placed it separately on the table. The magician revealed the next fooler card after he had dropped the first one on the table, and it was Doc Dixon's name that was on it. The magician pointed to the card he placed earlier on the table as the card of interest and then revealed it. Surprisingly, it was a card with his name, David Corsaro, written on it. Penn and Teller were amazed seeing such an amazing trick. But how did the magician got his named card as the next card after counting all the attributes and letters of the words Penn, Teller, and Allison had chosen? In this video, we will reveal all the secret behind this amazing magic by David Corsaro. But before we go on, please support us by subscribing to our channel and also like and share our videos. Here's how the trick was done. First, this trick had nothing to do with the words on the whiteboard, in which the magician told Penn, Teller, and Allison to choose words from. It also had nothing to do with the counting of the cards based on the number of the words the trio had selected. The magician only used that aspect to deviate and misdirect Penn and Teller's focus on the process. Here, the cards the magician presented was a special deck of cards which had the names of magicians that had fooled Penn and Teller before on the show on it. In the deck, the magician had already placed the card that had his name written on it at the bottom of the deck, such that it will be very easy for him to flip it over when needed. Another reason he placed his named card at the bottom was that, no matter how long the selected words may be, when counting out the cards at bottom will never be counted out. After the magician had counted out all the cards based on the number of the words selected by the trio, he revealed the cards showing the names of magicians that had fooled Penn and Teller before on the show. But before the magician revealed the faces of the cards on the table, he was still with the remaining cards in his left hand. The magician quickly packed the scattered cards on the table with the aim to revealing the cards, and that is where the miracle happened. If you look closely, you will see that when the magician picked up the scattered cards on the table, he held the cards in a way that it covered the line of sights of Penn and Teller. Swiftly, he switched the bottom card from the deck on his left hand to the top of the deck. Card switch is one of the methods magicians use to change position of cards in the deck, as you can see in this illustration. Recall, the card at the bottom was the card with his name written on it. The magician smoothly switched it to the top and then spreads the cards revealing its faces, which were names of magicians that had fooled Penn and Teller before on the show. The magician informed the trio that after counting the cards, based on the numbers of characters each of their chosen words had, he ended up with the next card, which was on top of the remaining deck. Recall, the card now on top of the deck is the switched card with his name. The magician then revealed the card showing his name, David Corsaro, and the trio were amazed. In this act, the magician gave Penn and Teller the impression that he predicted his name among the Foolers, using the numbers of their choices of words to predicting his name as the next card after the count. But this was not the fact. The magic was successful based on the card switch. Now you understand the secret behind this amazing act. If you want to keep watching more interesting magic reveals like this, please support us by subscribing to our channel and also like and share our videos.